Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and welcome to another episode of the Hot Lap battle taking place on the Blizzard Mountain. Now in this episode we are turning the clock back in time to the mid 80s, where Group B rallying was an opportunity for manufacturers to show off their engineering excellence with these three rally monsters: the Audi Quattro Sport S1, the Lancia Delta S4 Group B, and the Ford RS200 Evolution. Now, statistically speaking, all these cars are relatively quite close to each other, with the Audi Quattro S1 having the highest class rating at 896, which is fairly correct, as we can see that individually the Audi is either the highest or near the highest in each of its ratings, with the Lancia Delta following very closely behind. Now, in terms of real world performance figures, the Ford RS200 actually produces the most power here at 506 horses, however does weigh the most, giving up about 100 kilograms to the Delta S4, which is the lightest car here. But generally speaking, all these cars are seriously neck and neck in performance, but which one is the fastest around our test track on the Blizzard Mountain? First up, the Lancia Delta S4 Group B. Okay, so this is the hot lap for the Lancia Delta S4 Group B, and realistically speaking, from Forza's point of view, at least from me anyway, it's quite hard to tell the intricacies between every single rally car on the snowy map, but at least what I can tell is the gear ratios and how well the car can turn when it comes to some of these longer corners. And to me, the Lancia Delta does feel a little bit lacked in torque. Now this is because the displacement of the engine is only 1.8 litres as opposed to its competitors, which is at around 2.1 litres, which, you know, does help when it comes to uphill situations. But other than that, the Lancia Delta, absolutely fantastic car to drive, and I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the hot lap. Clocking a lap time of just over a minute and 6 seconds, it's now time to see the Ford RS200 Evolution in action. Okay, so this is the hot lap for the Ford RS200, and you can't really feel too much of a difference in comparison with the Lancia Delta when it comes to handling, but you certainly can feel the weight of the car being a factor when it comes to the speed, because this car does produce the most horses here, but because of the weight, it doesn't make the car feel that much faster at all. But the extra 300 cubic capacity does help with uphill terrains like this. It just helps smoothen the speed coming up to hill climbs, and it just gives a much more consistent feel, and you make that with a very nicely spaced out gear ratio, and it's just a really easy car to drive. But you can feel that this car certainly is not the fastest around the track, but let's see how fast it can do anyway, and I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this hot lap. With the Ford clocking a lap time of a minute 6.6 seconds, just slightly slower than the Lancia Delta, it's now time to see how fast the Audi Sport Quattro S1 can clock. Okay, I'm doing the hot lap for the Audi Sport Quattro S1 right now, and I can immediately feel that this car is so quick. I don't understand, because this car doesn't produce the most power here, and it certainly isn't the lightest, but entering corner speed, just going through the straights, it's absolutely blitzing through. And not only that, the braking is so precise on this car. It is so fantastic to drive, because you can brake almost at the end of the corner and the car will still bite. Now, when I was saying before with the handling that it's quite hard to determine on a snowy track like this, I'm saying that when it comes to cornering, it also largely depends on how much finesse or sideways you want to go. The more sideways you go, the less speed you'll carry through. Now obviously with all these 3 cars, I try to do it with the most speed possible, but with the Quattro S1, it's just so much speed, it's ridiculous. And as I've talked so much already, I'm coming to the final corner of this hot lap, and as you can see, I have already beaten a rival that was given to me, and as you can see, the timing clock was 1 minute and 5 seconds. Now let's take a look at all of these 3 cars in our ever-growing list on our hot lap leaderboards. Evidently, we can see that all the Group B cars are currently in the top 3 position, defeating the American Subaru rally car along with its road-going version. Anyways, this wraps up our second episode of our hot lap battle being tested on the Blizzard Mountain. And if you guys did enjoy this battle, make sure to give this video a like, and if you would like to see more Forza Horizon 3 content done by me, make sure to subscribe to my channel not once but twice. Click that bell next to the subscribe button so you guys will know straight away when my next video will be out, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.